Okay, folks, this is chapter 24 of Harbor Me. My uncle and I had been in the car for more than an hour and were finally out of the city. The tall buildings had shrunk down into trees and long ribbons of wild, dying grass. The sun wasn't up yet, and everything looked like it had been painted in black and dark blue. Years had passed since that afternoon on the slide. A tiny scar shaped like a Z ran from my hairline down behind my right ear. I reached up and ran my finger along it. My uncle used to say being a parent meant long nights and short years. He said before anyone blinked, kids were grown up, packing their bags and moving on. But some things stayed. The scar, the memory of that day on the slide, my mother's nails, my voice on the recorder, Esteban's hug. I must have slept because when I looked out the window again, we were passing the New Paltz exit, and the sun was beginning to rise over the mountains. The sky was burgundy and blue. I've only seen the sky this way driving to Malone. It seemed strange that there could be so much color and beauty. And then when you got to Malone, everything was tan and gray and black steel bars and wire. You know they found Esteban's dad in Florida, I said, staring out the window. Who? Esteban, the guy from my class, my friend. They took his dad, Esteban. My uncle glanced at me and nodded. Oh, right. I know who Esteban is, he said, but I didn't know his dad was gone. But I thought, and then I remembered, of course I hadn't told him. We didn't talk to anyone outside the art room about the things we talked about inside it. We walked and talked, but only to each other. The day before, Miss Laverne had found the six of us sitting in the corner of the lunchroom, laughing at a character Tiago was mimicking. Even Esteban had thrown his head back and cracked up. We were all huddled into one another, shoulders pressing against shoulders, Holly's leg thrown over mine. Immigration took his dad, I told my uncle slowly. Oh, geez, Haley, I had no idea. I'm so sorry. I can't believe this crap is happening right in Brooklyn. I looked at him and said, Brooklyn's part of America. I felt tired. Was Esteban awake? Had he gotten another poem? Did they know anything else about what was happening? On Friday, he'd looked like he hadn't slept. He'd kept his head down in class most of the day. I didn't know how to tell my uncle all of this without getting so sad and feeling like a dumb kid who couldn't even help her friend. Hales, I'm so sorry, he said again. What's next for them? What's the plan? Should I reach out to his mother? His mom is hoping some lawyers can do something. But he said she's packing and waiting. I didn't want to talk about it anymore. It suddenly felt like I was betraying Esteban, betraying the art room. My uncle was a grown-up. What did he understand about six kids talking? What did anybody besides me, Tiago, Holly, Amari, Esteban, and Ashton understand? Nothing at all. Geez, my uncle said again. Yeah, I said, geez. Outside, the farther we got into the mountains, the faster the wind rushed past the car. I leaned against the window. My uncle drove in silence. The mountains went from burgundy to pink to green and brown. The sun, as always, rose.